We are joined by Congressman Biggs. Congressman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Good to be with you, Virginia.
On Tuesday night, President Joe Biden is delivering his first ever State of the Union address. What do you think is the most important issue that the president speaks to?
Well, I think it's a conglomeration. I think he needs to talk about, address the 70% of Americans who think that we're on the wrong path. So he needs to talk about how he's going to fix the economy, or what he thinks he can do to fix the economy, lower inflation. He needs to talk about the border, and he can't keep ignoring the border. I think he needs to talk about energy and how that plays not just into America's domestic consumer price problem, but also in helping solve the Russian-Ukraine problem, because that's a key component for allowing Vladimir Putin to go forward is how we deal with energy. I think he needs to talk about crime and parental choice in education, and making sure that we're educating children, not indoctrinating children, and that the federal role needs to be minimized as much as possible. Those are things I think he should talk about and should address. I don't think he's going there, but he's going to do what he's going to do. But I think he's going to ignore the problems instead of facing them head on.
So then what is he going to try and highlight? If you say he's not going to address the real problems, what should we be looking for from the president tomorrow night?
Well, I expect he's going to say the economy is robust and growing, and that he's going to take credit for all of that. He's going to say real wages are up. He's going to ignore the inflation rate that's higher than real wage growth. He's going to talk about more people working. He's going to ignore, however, the fact that you still have more than 10 million people that aren't working, and then you have another probably 8 million people that are not even counted anymore because of the way they count unemployment. I think he's going to ignore the border crisis, and he's going to instead talk about what we're doing with Russia and Ukraine. So that's what he's going to deflect as much as he possibly can from the retail problems that we all feel. That, and when I say retail, I mean what Americans feel every day when you go to the gas pump and you stick that gas pump in. You're looking at that at the price of the gas, and you're saying, "Wow, you know, 2 years ago it was $45 to fill it up. Today it's $65." He's going to ignore those things. I think he's going to ignore the fact that you have businesses still locked down. You know what I suspect he might do as well, since they're taking the mask mandate off? I suspect he's going to say, COVID's over and I really solved the COVID problem. I think he might do that.
How do you think that this State of the Union address will differ from some of the State of the Union addresses that we saw from former President Donald Trump, even in relation to how members of Congress present themselves in their attitudes?
Well, I don't think you're going to see Nancy Pelosi ripping up Joe Biden's speech after it's done, and I don't think you're going to see the Democrats ladies all dressed in white, so they and put their back up to President Trump when he's talking, or be showing incredible signs of disrespect. I think you'll have people like myself who'll say, look, as long as Pelosi's not going to open up the House to the American people, then I won't go there. I watch. I'll be in my office watching, taking notes. I'm very curious to what he's going to say. But when President Trump was there, he would give some pretty dynamic speeches, and the audience that was objectively there could be overtly moved by what he said, and they were positive, forward addresses. And I think that Joe Biden is going to be. He's going to have to distract, so he's going to have to find something good to talk about, which is actually, quite frankly, very difficult after his 13 months in office.
Are there other GOP members of Congress that are not attending, that are doing as you're doing?
I believe so, yes.
Congressman Biggs, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Virginia. Thank you.